Guys, this is good news. New deadline set for legal briefs in XRP lawsuit. A significant new event has surfaced in the continuing legal struggle between Ripple and the SEC. This new development is the notice of amended deadlines for remedies briefing. The dispute between them has reached a crucial point at this point. James K. Phelan, a qualified legal professional, gives light on the revised schedule, which states that the opening brief for the SEC is now due on March 22nd. The opposition brief for Ripple is due on April 22nd, and the reply brief for the SEC is due on May 6th. The complexity of the legal proceedings is brought into sharper focus by these newly established deadlines, which both parties are navigating through extensions. Ripple had previously requested an extension for remedies-related discovery, which was granted in February following a dispute over post-complaint discovery that was resolved in favor of the SEC by Judge Sarah Netburn. Due to this extension, Ripple was able to get additional time to collect the required information. After Ripple's delay, the Securities and Exchange Commission, which was led by Georgie W.R.A. Tenrare, requested a further extension for the briefing on remedies. The fact that this was granted at the beginning of March indicates that the legal processes will continue as long as both parties continue to operate within the schedule of the court. The Securities and Exchange Commission has a poor understanding of investment contracts pertaining to crypto assets, according to legal experts such as Bill Morgan. In addition, John Deaton points out that the Securities and Exchange Commission is unable to challenge the non-security classification of XRP, which was established by Judge Torres. The points that the SEC has presented about fines for XRP sales after a complaint has been filed under Section 5 of the United States Securities Act will now be evaluated by Judge Torres. After the SEC and Ripple announced revised remedies briefing deadlines, their court battle has reached a critical point. This is a major development in their ongoing conflict. Attorney James K. Phelan noted that the SEC opening brief is now due on March 22, providing interesting insights into the new schedule. The competing brief for Ripple will follow on April 22 and the SEC's reply brief on May 6 as both sides work through deadline extensions. This updated calendar shows how complicated and intense court proceedings are extended. Ripple versus SEC, like what followed? The February extension of remedies-related discovery requested by Ripple was granted. The request for this delay was made to analyze recently given materials and finalize remedy briefing. The Securities and Exchange Commission's extension request was granted in early March. In the previous 24 hours, XRP's trading volume has dropped 40, and its price has dropped more than 2.6 cents. Assuming the SEC action is resolved, market players expect a price increase of $2 this year. Following previous XRP rallies, traders have opened calls for 9 cents, predicting future price changes. According to Bearbit Options, optimism is building a market, waits impatiently for Judge Torres' ultimate ruling. Counsel for the SEC has also informed the court that they will not oppose XRP's classification. The XRP price and cryptocurrency market bullishness will be determined by the March 22 deadline for remedies-related briefs. Suit between Ripple and SLC may end soon. Securities and Exchange Commission lawsuits against Ripple Labs failed. Judges have sided with Ripple counsel on several issues, including the SEC's withdrawal of charges against CEOs Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson. Empower Oversight also pressures the SEC. I'll watch the Office of Inspector General finish investigating the SEC's bias against cryptocurrency in Ripple, focusing on former SEC Director William Hinman. The SEC-Ripple Labs disagreement will hinge on the Inspector General's report. In the XRP dispute, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission did not offer extra authority to demonstrate that secondary market transactions are securities since they are investment contracts under the Howey test. After Binance and Coinbase were sued, the SEC quickly presented a default judgment demonstrating its continuous arbitrary and capricious behavior. The decision was opposed by cryptocurrencies and legal experts. Consider reading BlackRock, Fidelity following Judge Torres' judgment, granting the SEC Bitcoin exchange-traded funds witnessed $870 million inflows and fresh XRP lawsuit dates. See an extra week to write the remedy opening brief and altered SEC and Ripple deadlines. The SEC released remedies-related discovery paper opening briefs on March 22. Ripple has until April 22 to oppose the brief. The SEC must respond to Ripple by May 6. Attorney Bill Morgan believes the SEC's crypto asset investment contract interpretation is flawed. Last July, District Judge Elisa Torres found that XRPs sold on centralized exchanges are not investment contracts and never breach securities laws, relieving the Ripple community. Additionally, the United States SEC dropped charges against Ripple's top executives, including Brad Garlinghouse. As Cryptonews Flash reported, the SEC versus Ripple case has pushed to March 22 when the agency will publish critical opening papers on the suggested XRP remedies. James K. Phelan, a popular defense lawyer, says Ripple's opposition brief is due April 22, 2024, and the SEC's reply brief is due May 6, 2024. In the Harvard Law School Forum on Corporate Governance, the SEC versus Ripple issue was reviewed, including whether digital assets are securities and whether securities laws should apply to crypto assets. The court's ruling will affect XRP prices in the altcoin sector. Consensus found that 42% of Americans think the cryptocurrency market should be severely regulated to protect investors in traditional financial systems. SEC versus Ripple lawsuit headwinds aside, XRP pricing has broken out of a macro downward trend. XRP is testing again the breakout ahead of a $1 rise. Most jurisdictions trade the large cap altcoin like a commodity due to its $62 billion fully adjusted valuation and $4.2 billion average daily trading volume. Technically, XRP price will find support at $0.5758, the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement. If Ripple wins a civil trial, XRP may break out to a new all-time high. The US market is important for Ripple and its cross-border payment services. Institutional investors' use of Web3 technologies and digital assets has boosted the global cryptocurrency market size to above $2.8 trillion. The altcoin market will profit greatly from crypto liquidity in the next months. Despite the SEC versus Ripple litigation, which is scheduled for a civil trial in the second quarter of 2024, Ripple-backed XRP remains bullish. The latest market data puts XRP's fully diluted valuation at $69 billion and its average daily trading volume at $7 billion. In recent years, Ripple has become a big Web3-focused startup after almost a decade. In order to have XRP not classed as a security, Ripple has spent over $100 million fighting the SEC. Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse, whose United SEC charges were dropped, advises investors to focus on real-world utility in the broad crypto market. After the US spot ETF clearance and halving event, Garlinghouse predicted that the broader crypto market will follow Bitcoin in a bullish breakout. Ripple has invested substantially on XRPL smart contracts to ensure XRP's real-world applicability. The strategic relationship between Ripple and Axelar will make the XRPLA hub for real-world asset tokenization, Cryptonews Flash stated. With Changelly's time forecast fueling newfound excitement in the community, the price of XRP is positioned to retest the $1.5 price in the future. This may be seen as a positive development. Since November 2021, when the price of XRP fell below the $1 barrier, it has not retested this level since then. In spite of numerous tries, the highest price that it ever recorded was 93 cents. This was in response to the partial success that Ripple Labs achieved against the United States Securities and Exchange Commission in July of last year. The confidence of analysts has not been disrupted by this moderate growth, as evidenced by the fact that numerous experts have issued high price projections for the foreseeable future. The following is Changelly's projection regarding the time frame to which XRP will reach $1.5. That's all for now.